You have decided to join my D&D group. Very smart choice. You are a very intelligent person. So I just wanted to record this video to welcome you and say, hey, glad to have you aboard and hope you have lots of fun playing with our group. The purpose of this video is to go through all the software and websites that you need to know in order to have fun with our group. So first off the bat, we have my Facebook recruiting page. Now you should have read this in its entirety and agreed to all the things. Okay, well, maybe not all the things I say here. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. That's fine. But, all the things that have to do with our group are covered in all of these questions that you see going here. Explains all about MapTool and 4th edition and our commitment to those concepts. And that's what we'll be doing here. So it's a good rundown of basically what our group is all about and, what our thinking is, our philosophy for playing the game. And again, this is the starting point. You want to go through this in its entirety, completely understand it. If you want to shoot me a question, no problem. I'm very approachable and I will be happy to answer any questions that you have. But it's best to go through this whole video first and make sure you understand everything. Okay, let's get real here, folks. I know it's a lot of stuff. The videos that you'll need to watch could amount to hours if you really want to watch and get a good handle on where we're coming from. It shouldn't be too bad. I'd like to think they're not boring. If they are, then, if you want to give me constructive criticism, that's fine. And let's start here with YouTube. Let's say you've never played 4th edition before. That's fine. In fact, we've had throughout the years, I started this group in March of 2011, so I'm recording in February of 2021 this video. So next month is our 10-year anniversary. In that time, we've had about 36 players or so go through this group. And the vast majority of them have had a lot of fun. Some have stayed for a few sessions. Some have stayed for months, and some have stayed for years in varying capacities throughout the years, of course. And some of those have never played 4th edition before. We had a guy who had only played 2nd edition, another guy who liked Pathfinder, and they said, well, okay, we know the general concept, and that's all you really need. I like 4th edition the best. I've been playing since 1981, and I don't like 5th edition. It's too simple. I'm not saying it's a bad system. If it works for you and you like playing it in addition to 4th edition, that's great. Hey, more power to you. The more you can play during this pandemic and get our mind off it, the better. But if you've never played 4th edition, then this is for you. Oh, by the way, all these tabs that we're going to be looking at are going to be down in the description, so you don't have to write them down or whatever like that. You can just click on them down in the description. I will leave them there. But I just did a basic search here for you how to play on YouTube. And this talks about character creation here on the first two ones. And this one we'll get to this character builder and CB loader later. You can actually watch that video if you want, but it's better to do the instructions over here on this last tab. I'll take a look. This one's really good. I watched this. How to Play Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition. Goes through combat nicely. And if you have any questions, you can ask that guy, this robo noob guy, questions. That's fine. Hopefully he'll answer. If not, of course I'll answer. And some opinions on how to do. This one's funny. It's kind of lengthy. It's an hour long, but I like this guy, Matt Colville. He's a good guy and very, very enthusiastic about D&D, and he gets down right to it, the differences between 4th and 5th. And the funny thing about this video is that he goes through this video and he says, oh, okay, yeah, 5e is great, but you know what would be even better is we brought back this concept from 4e. And he does this like 3 or 4 times during the course of this video. So I'm left to wonder, listen, if 5e is so great, why can't it stand on itself? Why does it have to go back to fourth edition and bring back things that were dropped, like minions, for example, like that? Here's a crazy idea. How about just play fourth edition? And that's what you have wisely decided to do with our group. So good for you. So there are other things that you can go through here about the history and stuff like that in defense of fourth edition. There's a lot of people that say no, fourth edition um, kind of sucked, and some said it was good, but it's not quite D&D. I think both of those concepts are stupid. Like a lot of the anti fourth edition talk, as you can well imagine, in my opinion, are just idiotic criticisms that don't make any sense. Okay, so it's fun. We like it. My two groups like it, and so will you, I'm sure. Here's another good one. Going through the combat of fourth edition. It's very combat focused and nice and balanced, as opposed to other editions where some classes were overpowered and some were underpowered, and some were underpowered until you get to later levels, in which case they take over other classes and stuff like that. I think that's silly. I think it should be even throughout, because then you have players that are not happy or saying, well, why is this guy having so much more fun than I am? Stuff like that. So, yeah, go through these and understand how to make a character. And on that note, let's go to this last tab here, the Character Builder. This is a program that lets you go through and, as its name suggests, build a character. And you can download this. Easy instructions for 1.4.5. That is referring to a program called CB Loader, which takes some of the online stuff that used to be on the online version of Character Builder and brings it into the Windows application, which is what you download here through this link. And then you just run CB installer to install it, and you're off to the races. Just follow these instructions here. I actually don't do step 3. There is no step 3, it says there. So that's good. You can if you want. It's up to you. Ignore this. Manual instructions. CB Loader 144 and lower was evil. Didn't work properly. I had lots of trouble with it, and I know what I'm doing. Yeah, don't bother. 1.4.5 is where it's at. Just do this up here, this first section. That's all you need. Now, if you want, you can install Detail Adder as well. I'm not saying this is optional. I'm not saying it's not important. On the contrary, it's very important. In fact, it's completely necessary. You have to have it. Otherwise, you can't get your character from Character Builder into my framework, which we'll be looking at in a second. You need that. So if you want to try it, then try installing it. If you are not able to install it, you can't follow these instructions properly, don't worry about it. We will help you out there. But it's good. You can get the offline compendium if you want to, but we don't need that since we have this. This is the compendium online. It's a JavaScript site, the iws.mx site, which you can go to, and it has everything you need. Like if you want to get some magic items, you can click on item here and go and do some shopping and put terms in these headings here. That's how I look for my magic items, which I want to put on my wish list. We'll talk about that in a second. And we'll go there. But I'm getting ahead of myself actually in this video. Let's go back to basics, to where you and I are probably first going to talk. And that would be Discord. You have to install this program. This is what we use during our sessions to talk to each other. We actually play in MapTool, which is our virtual tabletop program, but we talk to each other in Discord. And this is our server right here, MPB D&D. So I'm going to invite you to this server. When you add me as a friend, and this is me down here in the lower left-hand corner, Dave2112, number 5674. So you have added me as a friend, and I will invite you to this server. You accept, you say yes, and then we will add you to the Wednesday group or the Thursday group. To be honest, we do a lot of recruiting for the Wednesday group. Our Thursday group is pretty much full, and the members are set, and they're very committed. Unfortunately, we've had a lot of turnover in the Wednesday group. Nothing sinister. It's just the usual life things. Oh, I got a new job is the most frequent one that we hear, and guys leaving. This gentleman Bill and other guys, Duncan over here. Uh, they had to leave, unfortunately. Great guys, had a lot of fun playing. They didn't want to leave, but life calls, things happen, and that's fine. And if that happens, then you know what? Just click on Wednesdays here, which is the general discussion, and say, "Hey guys, I got to leave the group," and let us know. One thing I want to make perfectly clear, one of the key things to listen to in this video to remember is this is not Dave's group. Well, it is and it isn't, but don't put everything through me. Like, hey Dave, how do I configure this in Character Builder or whatever, stuff like that. Uh, Use these channels here based on what like new characters would be a good place to have that question. Andrew is a very nice guy. He can reply to you. So is John. He's very knowledgeable. He's also a programmer like me. And again, this is current as of February 2021. These gentlemen may have left by the time you watch this. Hopefully not, because they're fun to play with. And Chris too. He's Chris and Andrew at the time I'm recording this are the only other two guys in the group, but we have a whole bunch of new recruits, which I'm happy to say. So looking forward to talking to them actually this afternoon as I'm recording this. And things like if you're having trouble with your token in MapTool, then make a post here and let me know, and I'll look at that and I'll say, okay, I'll take a look at that. When the actual time comes to play, you want to click here, G2 voice, and make sure your headset is working and your microphone and all that good stuff beforehand. And then we will talk on Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's how we communicate. And of course, general stuff goes in the general channel. And, funny things that you want to share. There's the guy from the, if you remember the D&D cartoon way back in the day in the early 80s, Dungeon Master there. And we're a very fun group. We like, making each other laugh, and we do that very laid back and stuff like that. We don't get super serious about it. Yeah, we do follow all the rules, but it's just a game. It's just for fun. It's all good. Sometimes we even play some music, and right down here, Adventures. That's where my brother Jeff, who runs our Thursday group, he's DM right now, puts the updates to the story. And so that's Discord. Use the appropriate channel at the appropriate times. And again, accept my invite when I invite you. This server right here, D&D4E, you might want to join that server. So look at that and search for that on Discord and ask to join it, and they'll let you in. Lots of great guys and girls on the site, and looking for group. That might have been where I actually found you, and there's a couple of my posts right there. Dr. Pepper is joining us. I don't know what his real name is, but I'll find that out this afternoon when I talk to him. And I want to point this out. Resources discussion on this server. If you are having trouble installing and using Character Builder, this is your first port of call. Click on Resources Discussion and type your problem here. These are very nice people. See here, Silasari. She is the one that actually is handling CB loader problems right now. Very nice woman. She will help you out. She helped me out when I was trying to install Detail Adder. I figured it out on my own, but yeah, so if you have any questions about the content, like is this a valid character for Living Forgotten Realms or whatever, then yeah, this is the place to do that. and get help, 24/7 pretty much. So that's the reason you might want to do that. So that is Discord in a nutshell. So again, very important. Now, getting back to forums and asking for help, let's talk about this now. Fight Club. This is the discussion board that our group uses. We don't use this too much for the reasons I've just mentioned. We mostly use Discord now to chat between each other, but we still use this sometimes. So you want to log into this once per day. And the way you do that, get membership on that, is you actually ask my brother, and his name is Jeff. So there he is right there. Profile. Flynn Ranger is his name. And send message and say, hey, Jeff, can you give me some credentials for Fight Club so I can log on there? And he will say, sure, no problem. And you will be able to get onto the system. So that's right over here. And what you want to do here is click home. Well, show unread posts since last visit. Do that once per day, especially if I'm your DM, because I go and I put my updates to what our last session was in one of these. Here, I'm actually DMing both of these, the Dancing Hut and Shadow Rift of Umberforge, which we're going to finish this week, hopefully. And these have all the things we did. So if you have to miss a session, everything is explained here on what happened. Like this is our last session here that we did on Wednesday, and it has all the treasure here of what you got. And Andrew usually totals that up for our Wednesday group and says, okay, everybody gets this amount. So you click on adventures and whatever adventure that you are doing with whatever DM. And that's the one thing. Magic item wish list. This is the other one. Like, say you are creating a 6th level character, then you get to choose, as a brand new character, you get to choose a 5th level, a 6th level, and a 7th level. So one below, one at, and one above, as per the rules, magic items. So choose those, but in addition to those, you need to choose levels 7 through 10 magic items. So take your level with just 6th in our example, and the 4 levels above, go through the compendium and search for the magic items you want. You usually want to start off with armor, an implement, or a weapon, and some kind of protection, like an amulet of protection or something like that. That's, you don't have to, but that's the wisest course for a new character that you're creating. So let's click on Tim here. I created this because Tim is my wizard, and I actually put in, he is 17th level, so look at this. I've chosen an 18th, a 19th, 20, 21, 22, which I want in the adventure that I'm playing. And the DM, who is Jeff, will see that and say, okay, yeah, for the last monsters you fought, there's a Shape of the Multiverse for Tim. And I've actually put the link here for where I found it in the compendium. So he knows, he's able to read up on it. So that is Fight Club. So you want to log into that once per day, see what's going on, if anybody's posted anything that we need to be aware of. Now for something very, very, very important, the training videos. Now, as you know, as you've read from the recruiting page, we use MapTool. Here it is. So the training videos explain everything you need to know that is going on in MapTool. So let's go through these. I recorded all these myself, and if you're new to MapTool, then you want to click on this and look at the tutorials on generally how MapTool is used. If you want to get to my specific system, which is the macro police box, right there, then they are explained in these videos right here. I've had a few people say, okay, where's the videos? Well, they're the hyperlinks beside the numbers here. Those are the videos on my YouTube channel. Needless to say, MapTool setup, after you have installed the program is the most important. So install it from this link here. Click on that, download it, install it on your machine. As of this recording, we are using version 1.7. Do not automatically install the latest version. Okay, as of recording, the latest version is 1.7. So yes, do that. But ask me first if you're joining, I don't know, later in 2021 or later, and because 1.8 might be out by then or something later, and then install that. But for now, it's 1.7 unless you hear differently from me. And once you've downloaded and installed it, click here, MapTool Setup, and watch the video. It will tell you how to set up MapTool to work with my system. And once you've done that, you will be able to install our sample campaign file into MapTool and then go from there. This will explain about all the tokens that you see. Getting started. So this whole first section here, introduction, watch all of these. Very, very, very important. If you don't, you're going to be lost. So yes, we can teach you while you are playing, but folks, it's really much better if you look at this on your own and try some of this stuff on your own just to, get your hands dirty. It's a hands-on system, so you can understand what everything is. Extra bonus points too if you've used another virtual tabletop program. But this is our program of choice. It explains everything. Ignore this. Creating tokens by importing. Ignore that for now. Not important. If you're just joining, which you are, first few months, I will do all that. And Jeff will do some of it too. And I will create tokens for you. Just concentrate on getting Character Builder installed and your character made. Even then, up until you do that, we'll give you a sample character to play, no problem. And I'll show you that in a second. This is also very important. Running encounters. This actually should, well, you can ignore this last one, managing combat, that's for DMs. But these two, saber rattling and let the fray begin, look at those, especially let the fray begin. That's my sample encounter video. So watch those two if you can. And this is most of these videos in the Macro Police Box group. These are very important too. Actions in combat, arsenal, common, free, no. Ignore Frankenstein's lab for now. Don't worry about that. That's not important because that's more advanced stuff if you want to be a DM later. Health, very important. Macro management, not really. If you want to know how to create a quick button, then that's fine. You'll find out about them later. Power management, that's important too. Tactical is mostly important, and toggles is not. Don't worry about toggles for now. But yeah, watch those, and that will explain my system on how to run things. Again, advanced importing concepts, ignore this. Actually, ignore all the other videos on this page. The rest of the stuff is not important. So basically, the first section, introduction, and running encounters. If you've got time and you're interested in how the tokens are made, then hey, sure, watch creating tokens. If you got nothing better to do, that's great. You're going to have to create, eventually down the line, you're going to have to create your own tokens anyway. So before we can get to that, we need to talk about something else that's very important, and that is Dropbox. I need you to send me your email address, which you have used to register with Dropbox. If you don't have Dropbox installed, no problem. Very easy to install. That's how we share files, is through that program. Send me your email address. I will send you an invitation to Dropbox. And then what will happen is you will get a link to install it. You'll install it, and it will then download the Mondeo D&D folder onto your system. And that is here. Mondeo D&D. Mondeo is where I live. Everybody used to come over, before the pandemic, everybody used to come over to my house, and we used to play, so that's why I called it Mondeo D&D. So now we have a bunch of folders here. CB files is the only folder we use all the time. The rest of this stuff you can pretty much ignore. It's not really that important. And of course, if you're in the Wednesday group, then you're going to be using these two folders, Wednesday PDF and Wednesday's D&D4E. D&D4E files are the files that Character Builder produces. So when you create a character, you're going to save it in this folder and say, hey guys, I've created my new ranger. He is in D&D4E. And you're going to want to download Qt PDF, which is a PDF printer program that will create a PDF of your character from Character Builder. When you print from Character Builder, print out your character sheet, you do the character sheet function in Character Builder, and you want to print to a PDF printer program. And Qt, C-U-T-E, PDF is the best one I find. That's what I use personally. You can use any one PDF printer you want, but make sure that it has selectable text. So view in Finder. Here's a sample, a rogue barbarian that we have here. Look at this. See, when I drag across the text here, I can select it. That's good. If you get a crosshair, and you can copy here. If you get a crosshair and it gives a square across the graphics, that's bad. That means you don't have the right PDF printer program. Download another one. Make sure that you can select text like this. And then copy the text portion of it. Again, Qt PDF is what you want for that. There'll be a link in the description for that program, or any other PDF that lets you select text after you print your PDF. So you want to do that and put that in PDF. So those are the two things you need to do after creating your character in Character Builder. Again, you want to put your D&D4E file through Detail Adder, that program. Once you get it installed, it's very easy to use, but unfortunately getting it installed can be a little tricky because you have to edit data files and all that good stuff. And that's that. And probably arguably the most important file in all of Dropbox for us, Monday on D&D, is this one, Present Party V2. You are going to be loading this file into MapTool during the week to test out your token. Let's take a look at that now. This is Present Party V2, as you see at the top. You go to the File menu in MapTool and say Open Campaign, navigate to where Present Party V2 is stored in the Mondeo D&D Dropbox folder, and load it. And you will see, this looks intimidating, I know, whole bunch of tokens here. And if you've used a VTT before, you know what you do is you drag these, like as you can see, this is Spelok, which is Andrew's character. He's got a kobold, and you drag it across the battlefield to where you want to attack or where you want to run away to. Hopefully not. And that's that. What you want to do is actually attack these monsters down here. These ones on the right are lower level. These ones on the left are higher level. So I've organized into basically 3 groups of tokens. This first one here, let's do the arrow here with the spacebar. This is our 17th level party. Remember Tim I told you about? Well, that's him right there. That's my token. So you want to click on him, and you should have these, and MapTool setup, that video will show you how to open these 3 windows: selection, initiative, and chat. In selection, you want to go through all these buttons, and again, the videos that I showed you, the training videos, shows you how to use the macro police box group. There it is right there. Remember how I said in that middle group there of the training videos? Well, these are all the menus that you can use, and those videos teach you how to use these. Very important. So watch those videos. And here are the quick buttons that do, like, say you want to adjust your hit points, and your the health menu. Health menu. Yes, that's what it comes from, but which is right over there. But that's a quick button, and to quickly adjust your hit points. And the health video shows you how to do that. And when you are playing with us, it's okay to have banter about other things, but when it is your turn in the initiative here, and you see the green check mark beside you, focus on finishing your turn as quickly as you can. Yes, have fun. That's what it's all about. It's a game and we're having fun. Then sure. Yeah, I hope you enjoy taking your turn, but do as quickly as you can because the player after you is waiting to do his or her turn. And once you've done, remember to hit end my turn. So after you've done your attack and done your move and maybe your minor action and spent an action point if you want to, that's under actions in combat, click end my turn. Very important. Otherwise, again, the person after you will be waiting. So remember that to end your turn. So once again, this first group here is our Thursday group, our 17th levels, again, current as of February 2021. And this middle group here is our Wednesday group, which at the time will soon be 6th level. And these are guys that are waiting in the wings for later on when I go back to DMing the Dancing Hut, which you may remember from Fight Club at the top there. So that's Present Party 2. So attack these monsters and look at the chat. Make sure it's working. Look at the monster hit points in the lower left. See that sheet popping up? We see this beholder has, in the second line there, he has 390 hit points. So as you're hitting these guys, make sure that the damage is going down like it's supposed to based on what you have rolled in the macros. And that's that. When you are finished, do not save this. Don't go, I gotta eat dinner now, so I'll just save this and work on it again later. Don't do that. If all the tokens are moved around and this guy has damage and the beholder has a few states on him and you save it, it's going to save it for everybody because that's the way Dropbox works. And when I go to work on this and I load it up again, I see everything in disarray. That's going to annoy me because I'm the only one that says, I know I said it's not my group, but in a way it is. Okay. So I'm the one that does work on Present Party. If everybody's saving it, it's going to be chaos. Yes, you can go back to past editions in Dropbox if you know how to do that, but we don't do that. I am the only one that saves Present Party V2. Do not save this. If you want to make a copy of it and paste it outside of Dropbox onto your desktop, that's fine. Then you can save it as much as you can. But as long as it is in Dropbox, do not save it, please. And thank you. Just leave it the way it is. If you want to reset things, then just reload it. If all these monsters are bloodied and they're in low hit points and they're dying and stuff like that, and you want to keep testing, then just reload it. Make notes of what is not working properly, then go back to Discord, as I said, and then go to the MapTool coding channel and say, hey, Dave, this macro, which you programmed for me, it's not quite working correctly. It's supposed to ask for 2 targets instead of just 1. And stuff like that. Again, videos, very, very important. Go through all of these, or those 2 sections, introduction, and, 3, running encounters and the macro police box group. Watch those. It should take a couple of hours at least, I'd say, 2 or 3 hours. I don't know. I didn't actually tally these up. And, go from there. And that is pretty much it. And I know that's a lot to take in, but trust me, once you've got it going, it's like second nature. And all our members have a lot of fun. And once you've done this, like once you've installed Character Builder, you only have to do it once. Once it's installed on your machine, done. Don't worry about that after that. And you'll find it becomes pretty intuitive. We have had players that know nothing about 4E, know nothing about MapTool, and know nothing about Character Builder, all this stuff, and they were up and running and having fun in no time. Initially, yes, it's a lot of watching of videos, as I keep saying. But think about it, folks. If I were to go through this with each player that joins, it'll take me forever. And no offense, but I don't have the time. It really is better if you watch these videos and go through these websites on your own when you have time. If you have questions, hey, don't hesitate. Go onto Discord, say, hey, what's going on with this video? Can you explain at time index 1324, what you mean by this, Dave, when you say this? That's fine. Ask me questions. The more the better. I love talking about this stuff, and I'll do it. But it's logistically, it's not possible for me to train all of you. And there's going to be 4 new players joining soon in our Wednesday group, so I can't I can't lead all of you through all of this stuff. So yeah, please watch those at your own pace. Rome wasn't built in a day. You don't have to watch them all at once. Like probably not a good idea if you did that, actually. And ask questions, and we will talk it out. Other than that, that's it. Once again, I want to welcome you to our group. Very happy you're playing with us, and we're here to help. If you again, ask in Discord and someone will answer you. It'll probably be me, but it could be somebody else. It might even be somebody from the other night that you're not playing on who answers. So that's that. So hope you enjoyed that video. Thanks for watching, and looking forward to playing with you. Bye for now.